I'm Yuri.
I'm Jakub.
And we're going for a drive. BMW i3s.
Rex.
Rex?
Yeah. It's the i3s Rex.
What's Rex mean?
Range extender.
Oh, okay. I thought you were making like a dog reference.
No. My dog is named Rex. We should also do a Rex test. Rex test.
Ready, buddy? Go ahead. Fastest. He loves it in there.
Suicide doors helps. Let's get into the bread and butter of this vehicle.
What is that?
It is an electric car. It has a backup generator that'll power the motors to power the car when you run out, which we have already done.
So it is a gas generator and you can just fill it up regularly at any gas station.
And the main gimmick of this car is that it's one pedal driving.
Yes, I wouldn't say that's the main one.
I think it is, because we've driven other electric cars and none of them were quite like this.
There are others that have it.
But this is different than the ones we've driven.
Correct.
So what one pedal driving is, you let off the gas, electric, gas.
You let off the accelerator pedal.
And you know, it'll start braking for you to regenerate power and the brake lights will come on. But this doesn't have paddles. On the other electric cars, it had paddles that we could like slow down with paddles instead.
Which I love.
Yes, but what this does to keep cruising is you just need to put the pedal down a little bit.
Yes, like 1 to 5%.
You need to have the pedal lined up between charge and e-power, and you can use your status on your screen to see when it's disconnected.
So this car actually takes effort to coast.
Yes, it does, but the rewards are I never have to use the brake pedal. Pretty much never.
It is pretty cool to have.
Like, you can come to a full stop.
You just have to really get used to that.
Yeah, and once you do though, it's pretty cool. It's chillin'. So horsepower and torque.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you several different figures because it was also a challenge to find the correct figure on the BMW websites for this car. So 184 horsepower and 199 pound-feet of torque. I've also found references to 125 horsepower, 135 horsepower.
On the BMW website.
Several different types of BMW websites, media websites, and all that stuff, yes.
Okay, so it's somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But is this car slow?
No.
It's not slow.
It's not fast, but it's quick.
You were behind me in the i8.
I could actually barely keep up in comfort.
I floored it and you're like, what?
Yeah, this thing is quick because it's electric. Electric is all about torque.
And the next thing electric is all about is range.
Yeah, again, difficult to find on the BMW website. I saw 200 kilometers quoted range. But this does also have the gas backup generator because it's the Rex. So I believe it's an additional 80 to 90 kilometers. So a total about 280 to 300 kilometers.
You're never worried with that backup generator. We ran out, charged the bit, and we're just running on it again.
It is 0.6 liters. I believe it's a BMW motorcycle engine, and it does sound like a generator. When you're not listening to music, you can really hear it.
And the cool thing about being a backup generator and not an actual motor that powers the wheels, like other hybrids, is that like it's pushing you to be electric about it. Like if you drive around on just a backup generator, like it's not good.
Yeah, so this actually never powers the rear wheels or any wheels at all. So it's actually only being used to generate electricity so you can use it through the motors.
Yeah.
It is cool.
Yeah, and you can really hear it, but like when you have music on, you can't hear it at all. So like,
if you never have music on, you're gonna hear it, like you're gonna feel like you're on a construction site with a generator.
It's not that bad. Maybe I've never been on a construction site before.
It's not as loud as a construction site, but you hear generators.
Yeah.
That's my association with construction sites.
So I've got a few gripes with driving this car.
Oh, so do I.
When I'm on the highway driving, I don't like the steering. I feel like it doesn't want to stay straight. It gets away from me too often. If I like take my eyes off the road for one instant, all of a sudden I'm drifting a little bit.
It's very digital, very electronic feeling. I don't like it at all either.
I don't mind the digital electronic feeling, it's just that one steering thing on the highway. If you're booting around town...
But if it wasn't so digital, you probably wouldn't have that problem.
I think maybe it's the skinny tires. The seating position.
Oh, it's the worst.
I don't mind the seating position, like of the seat, it's comfortable. The steering wheel's comfortable. It extends very far. My main thing is this armrest here, it ratchets up and down, but it doesn't ratchet forward enough. So like, look, like barely. I got the tip of my elbow on there.
That's not an issue for me. What is an issue for me is the fact that we're sitting 40 feet in the air. I feel like I'm driving the front of a bus.
You can switch that, look. You pull
you can't.
You pull this thing up.
Yep.
And then
you're even higher?
No, I'm lower. I went lower.
Ejectocito, cuz.
Okay, well, I'm at the lowest setting, and I'm still way too high.
See,
I'm being driven on top of this car.
I actually raised mine up a bit so that I had a better steering feel with the steering wheel.
But I'm also a lot taller than you.
Well, and Reven, you got this nice little double sunroof
I
here.
can put my head through it.
Visibility is fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
Unreal.
Yeah.
So more daily driving stuff. I have been using Apple CarPlay on the BMW system wirelessly.
And how is it?
Well, now that you have Google Maps and Waze, it's worth it.
And it's wireless.
It's wireless, it's fine. But you know what's crazy about this one?
No.
No touchscreen, Mazda style.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Because all this stuff is so far away.
Yeah, but I don't mind it because the controller works. The BMW system works just fine.
It does, but you know what? Like reaching for this is kind of far. Reaching for these presets is kind of far.
It's not far for me.
In the i8, it was way closer, way nicer.
Well, this doesn't have Android Auto, so I don't use any of it anyways.
Oh, that's right. BMW is the true gangster. Don't steal my data, bro.
Worst.
And as I did claim in the i8 video, all these BMWs do have rewinding satellite radios. You just need to go to the smart favorite option that's buried in the option button. So that part is nice.
Yes. Not the most intuitive, but smart options.
Yeah, it's actually a huge hassle because then you got to go back and forth to the time shift button. Anytime you click media, it reverts to the regular presets. There's a whole bunch of stuff that sucks with it, but whatever, it's okay. The gauges, very simple, very easy to read. I got my speedo. I know whether I'm in charge or e-power. But the screen kind of sucks. It doesn't look BMW. It's just like a little square with a thick border like the i8.
Super bezels on this one. I don't like it either.
But all your information's there.
I agree.
It's very easy to read. And then if I click this little BC button on the turnstock, you know, it adds more stuff and it gets rid of it all. So it like...
Functionally, it's there. Design, aesthetically, not so much.
Another thing I really like is the climate control button. For me, it's a first. All of the information is in the button.
They did a great job of that.
Where the air goes, how cold it is, like, it's perfect. I was looking around, I'm like, why isn't it showing up on my screen? This makes sense.
It's the tiniest thing, but it makes sense.
All right, I think I got most of the stuff out of my system.
Well, I haven't even gotten started yet.
I know you're very excited to drive this car. I know you love everything about this car.
I do not.
Just like I love the looks of it and everything. Your turn.
Oh, okay. Number one complaint, this shifter, weirdest thing ever. Functionally, it's fine, just looks really weird.
I actually love it.
Of course you do.
I've got a cool reason why you should use it.
Okay, what's that?
You have trouble with the coasting feature, right?
I don't like it.
Check this out. Coast.
That's not right.
Why not?
It's so wrong to do.
But your hand's right there.
It's so wrong to do.
You're in neutral coasting. You don't have to worry about that weird pedal thing.
Oh, man. You also have your engine start stop there and your parking. It's all there, whatever, you get used to it eventually. Next thing, actually driving this thing is frustrating. I don't like the experience because of how tall I am. I feel like I'm driving a greenhouse. I get how some people would like this, but just this feeling of like
openness?
Yeah, like I like openness, but this is too much.
It's like a dashboard to the future. I love it.
There's so much dash, there's so much going on. It's like, it's too much for me.
I feel like I can put a whole Batman and Robin brochure up at the front. Like, look, tons of room.
Okay, let's put that away.
And if we open it to the middle page, we've got a Prowler ad. Look how big that is.
Okay, moving on.
On the dash.
So it is quick, as we said earlier. It doesn't really matter what speed you're going. That initial burst of energy is the best part. That's why I love electric cars. It's always quick.
We do have a fancy traction button.
Yeah,
it's like
we do.
Improved traction.
It's not actually fully off.
But I think for winter stuff, it's good. I did watch a documentary on Amazon Prime about the building of this car.
And how was that?
It was very interesting. If you're at all interested in this car, I suggest watching it. It did say the documentary was from 2017, but it's like, it's 2012.
You know what's interesting to me? Cliche corner in this. It is very interesting. It's not like the most craziest thing I've done, but it's up there because of the way the traction is and how tall I am in the car.
And it's rear-wheel drive.
Exactly. This is fully rear-wheel drive. Were you slightly frightened there?
I was slightly frightened because the tires are so thin.
So the tires are very thin, but they're 20s, which is so funny because you have 20-inch wheels on like a 7.5-inch rim or something like that. So it's just, the proportions are funny. It handles okay, like it's not that bad for what it is, for the height that it is. It handles better than I thought it would.
I want you to test out the whole little twitch thing we do.
Okay, pretty sketchy.
Doesn't it feel like there's like 6 layers of height shifting weight?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when you're in a turn and stuff, you don't really notice it, but when you're going straight, you're like, what is going on? What part of this car is turning? Is it the wheels or the roof yet?
Yeah.
It's a little disconcerting, but whatever. You're not gonna be driving this car very hard.
For a zippy city car, it's fantastic.
Exactly.
You know this is a rental car in Europe.
Yes, I do.
My buddy rents it all the time.
And there is the i3 below this. This is the i3s. So the i3s is for sport. So this is slightly sportier. It is lower, it is wider, and it is slightly faster than the regular i3.
Looks the same to me.
It looks wider. If you see them side by side, you would notice the difference.
Okay, I need to do a side by side.
There you go. I'm not saying it looks good. I'm not gonna go that far, but it looks better. And with handling as well, it's kind of uncomfortable over bumps. It's really stiff because we are also in a carbon fiber tub. Like, this is carbon fiber, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, the best part is when you open the suicide doors, also it has suicide doors up,
Yep.
you can see the whole carbon tub.
Now some charging stuff, because this is an electric car. First, then it's sort of the range extender thing. Anyways, charging time is about over 20 hours on level 1, so you plug in at home, which is also, by the way, very difficult to find online. So watch this video, now you know. Level 3, which is the fastest thing, takes about 20 to 30 minutes for 80%. And every company rates their up to 80% because that's the fastest. The last like 20% varies quite a bit.
Yeah, because lithium batteries can't just take a full load right to the end. They need to take it up to 80% and then slow it down, or else the batteries are gonna get too hot, expand too much, and
yeah, you don't want that. And level 2, which is the most common one, is about 5 to 8 hours, I believe. Could be longer than that. Again, very difficult to find that information.
What I didn't like about charging this vehicle is that it doesn't show you when it's going to be done.
That was so annoying.
It just shows charging.
Just display it. And we also happen to just get a check engine light. I'd like to talk about the interior because it's related to the driving position. But what's your favorite part about the interior, specific to the cup holder?
It's got a center cup holder, which fits a small cup of coffee right here, and it's got one below the armrest.
That is pretty cool. What else do you like about the interior?
The materials.
What about them?
Every single thing about every material here is so friggin' cool. We've got this like resinish material.
Yeah, it's all like exposed.
And we've got cool looking wood.
It's real wood.
The materials for the seats and the dash, like the brown leatherish stuff, looks awesome.
Everything's all eco-friendly.
And you know what I really, really like? Look at that. That is a fancy instruction manual.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
very, very cool. Very
that felt?
future. Yeah.
Some kind of future felt?
Love it. The back seats have decent room. Like if I sit behind myself, it's okay. This is for that one guy in the comments. I wouldn't sit behind if I was you. I fit my hockey bag back there.
And where else do we have storage?
Box test. 7. Kevsky Pops is 8. Donnie's 9.
How do you get one of those boxes?
Patreon.com/TheStraightPipes.
Counts. Kevsky Paus's lid, Donnie's box.
So you can store stuff in the front and the back.
Not a box in the front. That's where your cables go.
Yeah.
Visor test.
Yeah, all right.
3, 2, 1.
Fail.
Typical BMW. What I also like about the interior is that there's nothing here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Got a lot of room, and
There's a random strap down there too.
yeah, which works out for papers and stuff.
It does.
I like these thin, low-profile seats.
They are pretty cool
They're
looking.
comfortable. Besides the height, they're comfortable.
I don't think they're very comfortable. I actually find them very uncomfortable for me.
And this is a 4-seater. We don't have a seat in the middle. It's just cup holders.
That's right.
You know how Audi's got that volume knob right here next to the scroll wheel?
Yes, I do.
This doesn't. So I need to reach back and forth so much.
And it's really far in this, whereas other BMWs is a little bit closer.
yeah, and if the volume was on the left side of the steering wheel, that would be better, but it's not. So your right hand needs to do so many different things.
Yeah, because you can't hold your cup of coffee in your right hand and use your volume on your steering wheel.
Should we talk about the looks?
Yeah, okay.
Looks fantastic.
Looks hideous.
What do I say about every BMW?
That they all look the same.
This does not look the same. It looks i8-ish, but its own special little compact SUV electric car way.
I think it looks absolutely hideous. The front end is the most redeeming part of the car to me, but the side profile, disgusting. The rear profile, disgusting.
It's so cool, so innovative, so creative.
What's innovative about it? Creative, yes. Innovative.
It's got these cool shapes. Look how low this is. It's a tub, so they made it work through. The tub is innovative.
The tub is.
And the reason they have this, the reason they have this look is because they used a tub.
Partially.
Suicide doors? You think they're gonna put suicide doors in not a carbon fiber tub?
They didn't have to lower those rear windows that much.
But it looks cool, and it's probably for the tub. What do you know? You're no engineer.
What do you know? You're not an engineer.
Yeah, but I like the styling. People who complain about the styling of cars, like this looks ugly, at least they're trying. They're coming out with cool stuff.
Try harder.
They can't
That's what
come
I
out
say.
with cool stuff unless they try things.
Yeah,
so
but they
for
could
all
try
you
harder.
people who complain about the looks of everything, be like, it's too outlandish. You are gonna get that Subaru Legacy that you guys loved so much.
No,
Subaru
but
Legacy is built for people like you who complain.
no, the i8 is built for people like me because they nailed it. This, no.
This is just a fat i8.
No, it's not. So clearly we do not agree on the looks.
My favorite part about this and the i8 is that fake buttress shape they've got on the side.
Yeah, it looks like something. It looks better on the i8.
And the headlights look like the i8, and the taillights look awesome.
The headlights and taillights look great on this.
I think the back of this car looks kind of like an owl.
Yeah, I can see that.
Same with the i8, but I like it a lot. More stuff about the looks. Not really looks, more function. The door handles.
Yeah, what about them? Which ones?
The outside ones.
Okay.
They pull out a weird way.
The opposite way that you'd think they would.
But they still work fine. You're just like, oh. I think it's a fun little electric car quirk.
I just don't get why anyone would buy this over any other electric car.
Because they're a BMW person and they want a BMW electric car.
So if someone was trying to get just into electric cars without getting a BMW, you wouldn't recommend this?
I wouldn't recommend this unless you like BMW or like the looks of this or something.
Yeah.
Because it is more expensive than everything else, which has better fuel economy.
Yes.
Electric economy. Electric fuel economy.
Yes,
whatever. It's electricity. Deal with it.
Yeah. But you don't run at a distance, which is nice, so it's kind of like the Chevy Volt idea.
It's like, for an electric car, I feel like I'm invincible. You know what I mean? Like, I can do whatever I want whenever because I'm just throwing dirty old fossil fuels in the back.
Exactly. It's a savior. And let's finish this off with the price. Just over $56,000 is the starting price. This one is just over $66,000.
Canadian. Okay, and that's why I think you need to be a BMW fan or really love the looks to get one.
I fully agree with that statement. But if you're not and you just want to get an electric car or an electric plug-in,
get an iMUV. Cheaper.
They don't make them anymore.
They're used. They look cooler.
They go 1/3 the distance of this.
Yeah, but they look 2/3 better than this. Like, BMW couldn't release a less expensive electric car.
I'm not complaining about the price.
I know. It's just like BMW needed to build this the way it is.
I disagree.
So let us know what you think of the i3. Have you driven one?
i3s.
Same thing. Have you driven one? Have you driven other electric cars? Would you get an i3s? Do you have one?
Would you get it with the range extender, or would you be fine if it was just electric mileage?
Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Patreon.com/StraightPipes and the YouTube sponsor button. Join our membership.
Membership.
Oh yeah, they changed that. I'm sorry, guys.